Are you planning a kitchen renovation and thinking about which backsplash is the right one that you should pick? Well, before you make any big decisions, you're gonna need to know about the 5 backsplash styles on their way out in 2025 and what you should do instead. Oh, and make sure you stick around to the end because I'm gonna be sharing with you the biggest backsplash mega trend that is coming in hot here in 2025. It's gonna help you be able to add some elements of your own personality and style to your kitchen, so stick around for that. Let's get right into it with that first backsplash trend that's on the way out that is going to be the most controversial. And I really hate to say this, I've just got to, and that is that classic white subway tile. It is definitely something that has gotta go. I know everybody's gonna come for me in the comments, but hear me out. The problem with white subway tile is that it's just been overdone, overplayed, and overused. It's in almost every flipped house or rental property, and that's why it's becoming a real problem if you're trying to get a very high-end or custom look to your home. As designer Stephanie Mahaney told Martha Stewart, she said, "If I never see a white subway tile backsplash in my life ever again, I'd be happy." She points out that not only is the white subway tile quite a bit boring at this point, it's also something that has a major issue when you have the white grout as well, because it'll show every little stain as well as every pasta sauce splatter. Designer Annie Downing agrees, saying, "It can often flatten the soul of a kitchen, making it feel more like a fast renovation or a flip." And honestly, whenever I walk into a house and I see just boring, plain white subway tile, I just think, oh, this almost looks like a rental property. So if you absolutely love that classic subway tile look, there are some solutions and ways that you can embrace this versus just using a standard white subway tile. You can definitely try a different color or a different finish. So you can use so many different colors, or you could use a different material. So maybe you use a marble subway tile, or maybe you use something that's more like a zellige that has some movement to it and looks handmade. So there's a lot of ways that you can still get that classic subway tile, just change the color or change the material up. The other thing you can do, which is something like I did, is I have the Kit Kat white tile here, which is tile mosaic. So instead of doing just a white subway tile, I did a very small tile. I did it in a stacked pattern here versus having the subway tile. I thought it actually added a lot of visual interest because of the stacked pattern. It really has these really great vertical lines that help my kitchen look a little bit taller because I do have a drop ceiling. So that's why I really love the stacked pattern. So if you love that classic white subway tile look, you also could do a different shape. So maybe you do a circular shape. Maybe you do a square shape. You can embrace that look of that white, clean, crisp look, but have it in a different shape than just a standard rectangle. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think that white subway tile is on its way out? Or is that something that you're going to love until the end of time? Let me know down in the comments below. This next backsplash trend that's definitely on its way out this year and next are something that can be very bold, and it also can be very overstimulating. And so that is these bold, brightly colored, kind of primary colored, highly patterned and with contrasting pattern tiles that really give a very busy look to your kitchen. These are becoming a lot of people's biggest design regret. A lot of them are like these cement caustic tiles that have a blue and white pattern that's very elaborate. And then when you put them all together, it creates this very busy pattern to look at. And I think one of the biggest regrets that homeowners have of using this in their kitchen is because it's on your backsplash. You can see it all the time and it's very noticeable, it's very jarring, and it also just creates a lot of busyness and clutter in the kitchen. And today's designs are definitely trying to have a more minimalist, kind of clean line look, and it doesn't really help achieve that aesthetic. So a lot of these tiles can have a geometric design on them. It could have a floral motif or the French country style or the Spanish tile pattern. And some of them mimics like a handmade design on a tile, but a lot of them are actually manufactured and they're just printed that way. And there's actually a lot of tile companies that try to push some of these really colorful, crazy tiles because it gives them something to talk about in terms of their new products. And they're really trying to push a lot of these crazy colors onto people, but it can end up being something that you regret because maybe you think it looks cool when you're in the showroom, but then after you live with it for a year, it's something you might end up regretting. And the reality is that these very high energy, dopamine inducing patterns can just become very overwhelming over time. People are moving towards intentional, expressive choices, not just throwing every color at the wall. These busy patterns can compete with everything else that you have in your kitchen, which we all do have a lot of stuff going on. And it can make your space feel very chaotic when you want it to feel organized and clean. Instead of going with all these different competing colors, you might want to think a little bit differently about it. You could just choose one solid color to go with. So if you are looking to do a beautiful accent in your kitchen of a color, my suggestion would be to not have a pattern on that tile, unless it's maybe like a texture or something, but that tile should be all one color. You also could choose a contrasting grout or maybe a slightly different color grout, and that way you can have a little bit more visual interest. But this accent color has got to be something that you're going to love for a year. People are really loving earth tones right now, so maybe a deep forest green would be great, or a terracotta red, or even a sophisticated navy. Or maybe it's something that's more of a muted color that's gonna be more of a timeless look. If you do still really want a pattern to your tile, you definitely wanna go with something more subtle and more of an organic vibe to it. And I would suggest something with more muted colors that aren't as high of a contrast and bold. It's something more subtle and muted that won't cause as much chaos in your kitchen. If you're watching this to plan your own kitchen remodel or kitchen renovation, I've got a great free resource for you. It's my kitchen budget worksheet, and this is gonna have pretty much everything that you might need to spend money on for your project lined out so you can build your budget and figure out how much things are gonna cost. Download yours for free today at pennymodern.com/kitchen, and the link is down in the description. Remember when Tuscan style kitchens were definitely all the rage and everybody was using these beautiful travertine as well as tumbled stone and slate for their backsplash? Those are definitely on their way out here in 2025, and they can just make your kitchen feel very dark, very heavy, and seriously dated. Designer Alice Mosinski from Planner 5D hilariously says that some of these tumbled stone travertines can definitely give a Fred Flintstone vibe. And honestly, that can be exactly what it looks like. It's just too clunky and heavy for these beautiful, light, bright, and sleek modern kitchens that we're all craving. These materials of travertine and tumbled stone, as well as things like slate, were supposed to give you some old world vibe. But in modern kitchens, they just clash with everything else that we're starting to use in our home. But if you love the natural stone look, that is perfectly okay. You just want to be very choiceful about it. You definitely want to pick something that's a lot lighter and definitely more refined. Travertine is definitely coming back in a big way all over the home, but it is a very light color trend, and it's going to tend towards the very light beige end versus a very dark brown trend. But you want to pick something that's in the lighter end of the color spectrum versus something very dark and drab. You also can select things like a honed marble or a limestone, and picking those lighter neutral tones that are going to give you that organic feel without weighing down your entire room. Think light and airy, not like Fred Flintstone. This next backsplash design trend that is definitely on the way out is something that also we saw very frequently in some of those Tuscan themed kitchens. That is those framed picture style inlays that you would often see above the stove. Or it might be a decorative medallion insert that you would place at sporadic spots throughout your backsplash design. These used to be a way to create a focal point or to create some visual interest in backsplash design, but now they just look dated and they really interrupt the clean lines that we all are craving in today's modern design. And I would say anything that's a little bit too fussy, a little bit too frilly, that has way too much embellishment, those are all signs that you should be avoiding that in your backsplash choice. I did have a girlfriend that decided to get new countertops, and she was so excited about getting beautiful quartz countertops. But the issue was that she had a tile inlay right above her stove that looked like a picture frame that really just ruined the whole vibe. So she ended up needing to get a new backsplash as well. That was definitely an unexpected cost, but she didn't realize how much it would clash till she actually got her countertops installed. Putting those picture frame moldings for no real reason right in the middle of your entire backsplash design, it just interrupts the visual flow, and it really can also make your kitchen look smaller because it interrupts some of those clean through lines that you really need to see to make your kitchen look more expansive and bigger. And the modern approach is actually to run your backsplash all the way up to the ceiling if you can. If you're trying to decide how high you should run your backsplash, all the way up to the ceiling is always better if you can swing it in your budget, or at least up to the bottom of your cabinets. And then also, if you have a hood vent, you definitely want to make sure that the backsplash runs all the way up to the top of the hood vent as well. And that again is going to make those clean lines and add a lot of height to your kitchen so it doesn't look shorter or smaller than it actually is. So next up, I want to talk about porcelain that is trying to look like natural stone, but doing a terrible job at it. Here I do have a marble backsplash, and this is actual real marble, and it was priced accordingly. And I had used this in our previous kitchen and I really, really loved it. But there is a lot of porcelain out there that is trying to look like marble, or maybe it's trying to look like travertine. And the problem is the design is just not real enough. The pattern printed on there, it looks obviously fake, and we're all getting smart enough to realize when it's fake stone versus real stone. So all of those porcelain tiles that have that fake looking marble veining on it are definitely things that you want to avoid, because people are really just craving the natural stones and bringing the outside in, and we're all getting more used to seeing those fake marbles, and so you really need to pick something that looks authentic. The other one that you might want to avoid in terms of using it on your backsplash would be the artificial wood grain tile or porcelain tile that's made to look like wood. And that is something that I would say you want to avoid, at least in your kitchen, because again, it's just people know you probably wouldn't use real wood behind your backsplash. You would use ceramic or some kind of a tile, something that's more fire resistant, especially behind your stove. And so that is something that you definitely want to avoid, those fake wood look tiles, as well as the fake marble looking tile. People are just very much craving authenticity and a handmade look or these natural materials. So anything that looks mass produced or just looks straight up fake is something to be avoided. What should you do instead? Anything that looks very handmade. If you've heard about, those are handmade tile, or sometimes there are mass produced to be looking like they're handmade, but they have some natural variation in them. They have some imperfections to them. Not everyone is exactly the same. Those kind of tiles are definitely something that you could do instead. And then many people are choosing to run their countertop all the way from their counter up their wall and even as high as their ceiling. And the side benefit to that is it's much easier to clean because there's absolutely no grout lines that you have to scrub. If you do want to choose ceramic, maybe budget is a concern and you're worried about being able to afford a ceramic that's gonna look like actual real stone, then you can just pick a solid color. You can do a white, you can do a blue, you could do a green, and there are just dozens and dozens of colors that you can choose from that's just going to be more of a solid color, so it's not actually trying to look like natural stone. Now here's the plot twist. And that is what I told you guys about in the beginning. I am going to share with you one of the biggest backsplash trends for 2025 going into 2026. But first, if you are loving this video, hit that like button. And also, if you want more videos served to you like this, hit subscribe, because that will let YouTube know that you like this video and it will serve up more videos just like this. So the biggest trend that I could find for backsplashes for 2025, ironically, is anti-trend. So what does that mean exactly? Here is the anti-trend philosophy according to House Beautiful. Personality and joy-driven interiors are being prioritized. This is instead of prioritizing property values or maybe neutral finishes. People are wanting to show off a lot of personality and make their home look more like a custom home. They don't want to look like everything was a builder grade or something that some flipper put together. Designer Michelle Murphy says clients are less interested in safe, resale-driven choices, and they feel more open to making a statement. They want spaces that reflect them, not just trends. So here is how to embrace your personality and be part of the anti-trend movement, which I definitely am supportive of. Number one, choose something you really love. Pick a backsplash that speaks to your personal style, not just what's trending on Pinterest or a YouTube video like this. Second, mix unexpected materials. So you could combine limestone with marble, as long as they're in the same color family, or pair rough textures with smooth finishes. So three is you can create your own pattern. You can use the same tile in different layouts or different ways, tile patterns like I did. I chose to do a stacked tile pattern instead of having a offset kind of classic subway tile pattern to show my personality just a little bit. But you could maybe have a border that is a different tile pattern than the rest of your tile, and that will create something that's uniquely yours. So now that you know the 5 backsplash trends that you should definitely avoid in 2025, what about the rest of your kitchen? You're gonna need to know how to make that look luxurious and gorgeous. So if you want more kitchen trends and kitchen design tips, make sure you watch this next video here, and I'll see you in the next video.